Hi, my name is Amanda Slone, and my pronouns are she, her, and hers. I'm a fifth-year PhD candidate in the graduate program in communication in the College of Communication and Information, as well as the Chief of Staff and Operations for the Graduate Student Congress, or GSC. I'm also a Lexington native, born and raised, and this will be my 11th year at the University of Kentucky. I earned both my bachelor's and my master's here, making this my third degree from UK. I like to say I'm going for the triple crown, just a little Kentucky humor for you. And I want to talk to you today about writing guilt in academia. Basically, writing guilt, or academic guilt as it is sometimes called, is the feeling that there's always something to do and that you're slacking off if you're not writing or actively publishing all the time. It's like there's this little nagging voice in the back of your head constantly shaming you, saying you should be writing whenever you do anything else. But something I've learned over time that I wish I knew when I started graduate school is you don't have to write all the time to be successful, and feeling guilty about not writing all the time is just counterproductive. I've experienced writing guilt many times throughout my graduate education, but I struggled with it a lot this past spring. I've been working on my dissertation proposal for the last year, and it's been hard. I've encountered some writer's block, and it's taken me longer than I expected to finish. Even though I have the support of my advisor, I've often felt guilty about needing the extra time, which has led to anxiety, procrastination, and shame for not writing as much and as fast as some of my peers. As a result, I put off working on my dissertation proposal until the end of the semester and tried to cram a few months' worth of writing into a few weeks. I didn't have the time to finish all my edits, and ultimately it wasn't my best work. Looking back, though, I see now that I wasted a lot of time thinking you should be writing, which just led me to agonize over the writing that I wasn't doing and procrastinate to avoid writing. And in turn, I felt more guilty and ended up with less time to actually write. Essentially, I let my writing guilt go unchecked, and it was detrimental to my mental health and my productivity. So something I've been working on this summer is blocking off specific days and times during the week to write, and reminding myself that it's okay to take time off from writing and engage in self-care or do any number of other important and productive tasks like reading, researching, or editing. Just because I'm not writing, that doesn't mean I'm not making progress. And in fact, when I spend more time up front making sure I know exactly what I want to write, then it takes me less time to actually write it later. In summary, my advice for you is to think about when you actually should be writing and try to let go of your writing guilt when it arises. I know that's easier said than done, but you don't need to feel guilty about not writing during your leisure time. And yes, you deserve leisure time. Or if you haven't gotten the faintest idea what to write, then your time is probably better spent reading, thinking, or planning. And if you've already spent the whole day feeling guilty about how you should be writing, then just take a break. You should be writing, though, if you have an urgent deadline, some extra designated working time, or if you suddenly thought of a fantastic idea. And if you're feeling anxious about writing, then focus more on how to manage your writing projects so they don't seem so intimidating. Pay attention to how and when you write best, and set aside some time during the week to do that. But also don't forget to schedule time for yourself. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup, and you can't write with one either. So take the time to refill yours. I recommend coffee. Thanks for listening, and good luck with your degree program.